How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all gotta let Carlos know that we're here. Let's do it one more time. How y'all doing? Yeah! Humble Park, stand up! Yo, my name is Michael Reyes. I'm a poet, actor, activist, and I was just talking to Carlos Alberto, and we have performed that play, Crime Against Humanity, 127 times throughout the country. And it's nice to be able to think that after those pieces, we don't have to say that one of the prisoners, one of the remaining political prisoners is Carlos Alberto Torres. So we're really happy to have him home with us. I just want to let him know that. So look, one thing I want to say is I need to hear a chant. Where my Mexican people at? We got some Boricuas over here. Y'all know the chant? Y'all know the chant? Luchando mano a mano, Boricua mexicano. Luchando mano a mano, Boricua mexicano. Luchando mano a mano, Boricua mexicano. Luchando mano a mano. Yo, I got one more thing we gotta make sure. We gotta make sure we let everybody know that we're gonna bring Oscar home. So let's do a little chant for him. Let's just do a little bring him home, right? Bring him home! 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 I'm gonna do a poem for y'all now, alright? I'm gonna do a poem for y'all now. Enough chanting and talking. I'm just mad excited, as you can see. So, I'm gonna read a piece called The Day Oscar Came Home. And as a poet and as an artist, I think it's one of our responsibilities to be able to imagine and create the unimaginable and make us believe, because if you would have told us last year that Carlos would be here with us, many people said that that's unimaginable. And so, in a weird way, it's kind of strange to read this piece because almost everything in the poem I see in front of me. And so with that, I'm going to read, and I want you to open your minds and to think about the day that we see Oscar home as well, and how we'll celebrate his return. The day Oscar came home. The day Oscar came home, we held the biggest parade ever seen. The flags covering the entire horizon, light blue, shining bright, blending sky. People yelled from the rooftops, "Viva Puerto Rico Libre!" Police even joined in. All the politicians came out, and I think I even saw Mark Anthony. But it might have been Luis from up the block because he kind of looks like Mark Anthony. Y'all know there's a bunch of Mark Anthony lookalikes running around Humble Park. Cars couldn't even move down Division. The UPS driver was pissed late on all his deliveries. We shut the street down. We planned a bombazo at the casita de Don Pedro, but we had to move it to Humble Park. The yuppies walking their dogs started to freak out. They thought it was a riot. You know they would think that's a riot, right? We carried Oscar on our shoulders, and there was an ocean of beautiful Puerto Rican people, more like the Orinoco River, perhaps. And I made sure that I had my Mexican flag and my homies from Centro Sin Fronteras with me. The street cheered as Oscar moved towards Humble Park. Abuelos yelling from windows, young children yelling from cars, kids yelling from bikes, and there was two gang members yelling who rode a Schwinn tandem bike, you know, the kind that has two sets of everything. You know, you see them gangbangers on those bikes, man. Even the drunks who seemed not to care about anything were yelling. And they sent helicopters, and they reported that it was a riot at first. This just live from Humble Park. The third riot in 40 years. Why do Puerto Ricans riot? Join for a full report at 6 o'clock. But when they saw and read Michael Rodriguez's article in La Voz, our community newspaper, they changed their story. I heard a little child ask her father, "Who's that man on their shoulders, Daddy? Who's that man on their shoulders, Papi?" The father said, "That's a Puerto Rican hero." As we reached the first 59 feet tall flag on California in Division, there was a calm over the crowd, almost a silence, as if Roberto Clemente was at bat in the bottom of the ninth, down by 1 run, bases loaded with the full count. Oscar stepped down off of our shoulders. He looked at the flag closely, felt the steel, observed the detail of the work, and gave a smile. More with his eyes. More with his eyes. The crowd cheered. We approached the park and the sound system was set up on the back of my blue pickup truck. Lourdes Lugo gave the introduction. "You are home, Oscar, you are home." And the crowd wept. Then Jose Lopez spoke. "You are home now, Oscar, you are home." And the crowd wept. Then Carlos Alberto Torres spoke. "You are home, Oscar, you are home." And the crowd wept. Then there was poetry by the youth of the Batey. Judy read, Melissa, Matt, Janeda, Jay, and even Savi. I read as well as Eduardo Arrocho. Oscar went to the mic and the crowd erupted for 20 whole minutes and he couldn't say a word over the cheers. And during his greeting, we cried, laughed, smiled, cheered, yelled, cried some more. And after we finished, we went to eat at the Cultural Center Juan Antonio Correger. And Doña Claudia had made all types of Puerto Rican food. There was acapullas, flan, tambleca, chuleta, morcilla, asopao, pastelón, pastelillos, mofongo, chicharrón de pollo, and every type of café from Café Colao. And we talked and laughed and smiled and cheered, but most of all, we celebrated and prepared for the next day work. All of this, the day that Oscar came home. Believe the unimaginable, keep the dream alive. Free Oscar Lopez Rivera!
I'm not really good at riling up a crowd, but you guys need to get riled up because our last speaker of the evening is a person we've been waiting for to see. So I need all of you at the top of your lungs with loud, loud voices to please welcome home our compañero, Carlos Alberto Torres.
And I want to let you know that it is an honor for me to be here with you. I know that this is a happy day for my family, but it's my victory, but it's really your victory. I think, without a doubt, if it wasn't for the effort and the interest and the love that all of you have given, and this day would not have been possible. So I feel honored being in front of you, and I thank you. Viva Puerto Rico! Today is a wonderful day, but there's something missing, and it is my regret. And that is that our brother and compañero Oscar Lopez Rivera is still in jail. 29 years in prison. It's outrageous. It's irrational. It doesn't make sense. What is the U.S. government waiting for? We must continue to fight. Let's enjoy this day. It is your victory. Let's enjoy it. And then tomorrow morning, let's pick up right where we left off. Yeah. Fighting for Oscar. Okay? Lo quiero mucho. Ustedes son mi gente.